Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a new video covering the brand new year-long earn-up celebrations. Now this is a year-long earn-up that will run similar to resolutions that's just ended, and it's obviously following on from resolutions. So what is celebrations all about? Well, celebrations is going to be a year-long earn-up that has monthly challenges where we'll be able to earn some goodies, and at the end of it we'll be able to earn 2 possible reward tanks, brand new tanks, which should be quite cool. And yeah, it comes with its own website as well, yet again, like resolutions, that you can see your progress in. You can compare your statistics from each season, compare and contrast, see how you've been doing as the year's been going on, and you can also compare yourselves to some of your friends as well and have a good laugh at that. So let's get into celebrations. So there is monthly challenges, and this month's challenge is for the M38 Largo, I believe it's Tier 3 Premium, and for the T-34-88. I am going to have gameplay for the T-34-88 at the end of the video, so if you do want to see that, stick around. And yeah, celebrations. Join us for the epic year-long event in which you can earn 2 possible reward tanks, plus check out the companion website. You kept your resolutions and you've been an essential part of this game's 10-year history. You know what you've earned, Commander? A year's worth of celebrations. Celebrations is our new year-long event, available now through February 3rd, 2025, which we're launching in honour of the 10th anniversary of World of Tanks Modern Armour. Just like resolutions before it, celebrations is an event so big, it has its own website, where you can check your progress in each season throughout the coming year. And like I say, that is this website here, which I'll show you in a minute. But celebrations is even bigger than you might think. This website is a destination that's all about community. You can share your notable achievements on social media and compare your stats to those of other tankers. Not only that, at the end of celebrations, if you complete all 6 seasons that it comprises, you can earn not 1, but 2 new reward tanks for free. No hint as to what that is, but we'll see. Here's what's waiting for you in celebrations. Please note that all images are preview images and subject to change, so that's a big note there. Season progress tracking. Keep an eye on your progress through each of the 6 seasons that make up celebrations with the site's visual tracker, which is this here. See the rewards that are awaiting you, and that's from the season, pretty much. Monthly challenge tracking, which every month one of the game's challenges will be branded as a monthly challenge. You'll be able to track your progress in this challenge on the celebrations site as well, and each one of these monthly challenges will award you with one of 12 special collectible emblems available only from that challenge, which is this emblem here. Our first monthly challenge is the anniversary Big 10 community event, which includes its rewards, the exclusive 10th anniversary emblem, which is this. It's a pretty damn cool emblem. Learn more about the Big Anniversary X community event in this article here, or from the Celebrations website, which is what we're going to do. Social media sharing. Your achievements are worth bragging about each season. You'll have a unique image featuring your season stats that you can share on all your socials. So you'll get a stats page like this, and you can share them on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, whatever you want to do, and it will have your statistics from the season that you've played. Season stat comparisons, and speaking of getting social, what's tanking without a little friendly competition? On the Celebrations website, you'll be able to compare your battles played, win rate, and more to those of other players. And yes, the comparison tool is cross-platform. See how your performance stacks up against the entire community. So this is what you'll end up having. Monthly rewards coming soon. We know that you enjoy pursuing your monthly rewards during resolutions. We've got you, Commander. New sets of exclusive rewards are being prepared for celebrations. Keep an eye on that celebrations site and our socials in the weeks to come. 2 reward tanks. Don't worry, we didn't forget the tanks. Celebrations is bringing you an annual challenge with 2 reward tanks that are still under wraps. What we can tell you is that one will be for World War II, and the other for Cold War. So naturally, they are covering both modes so that both modes get a reward, not like, obviously, the last resolutions where it was just a World War II tank, so those that obviously play Cold War didn't care. So, yeah, so they'll have us covered. So if you enjoy Cold War, you'll get a brand new tank, and if you enjoy World War II, you'll get a brand new tank, and if you enjoy both modes, bonus, you get 2 new tanks that you can play in both modes. So just like in resolutions, for each season celebrations, you'll earn a stacking 20% discount on one of those 2 tanks of your choice. The more seasons you complete, the bigger your discount. If you complete 5 seasons, you'll get the tank for free. The tank will be available after celebration ends, so just like resolutions. And this is where celebrations goes all out. If you complete all 6 seasons in celebrations, you'll get both tanks for free. Fantastic. Who doesn't love free tanks? Here are some answers to questions that we think you might have. Nope, we're not revealing any details about the tanks just yet. Keep checking in on the celebration site throughout the year for more info, and in the meantime, enjoy each season. If you complete 5 or fewer seasons, you will choose which one of the tanks you want to claim for free, or apply your discounts to, at the end of celebrations. Big note, you have to wait to the end of celebrations. If you complete 5 or fewer seasons, you'll be able to buy the second tank at its full price. So, yeah, if you complete 5 or fewer of the seasons, you'll still be able to go out there and get the second tank that you didn't apply the discounts to. The stacking discounts you earn can only apply to one of the tanks. You won't be able to split the discounts, e.g. only apply 40% off to one tank and 60% off to the other. Other fine details: to log into the celebration site, all you need to do is enter your gamer tag and select the platform you play on. We know that getting to see these stats and player data is important. Data regarding the completion of the current season, annual challenge, monthly challenges will be synced in real time. This also applies to the stage progress interactive map data. Season data like battle plays, wind, and win rate will be synced once per day at 10 UTC. So if you play a load of games, get a load of wins and stuff like that, and think, hey, why isn't the site updating? It's because it updates every day at 10 UTC, which is actually kind of like the resolutions challenges were, where people were completing challenges, but it wasn't syncing, and obviously people were getting confused about that. It's because it syncs at 10 o'clock every day, okay? And the full season data, like classes played, favourite tier or era, and so on, will be synced once on the day that the season ends. We hope you're ready to tank hard this year. Join in celebrations. So yeah, that's the celebrations article telling you all about it, and this is the website. If I refresh here, it should load, and you'll see this animation at the start when you load in. It tells you exactly where you are in the season, so you can see I'm level 76, and these are all the rewards that I have unlocked so far in the season. So all the gold chests, the Panzer 58 mutts, and these are what I've got to come. So more gold, an emblem, you know, and you can drag along, see the chests, and this is, you get a full view of your season without having to actually log into the game. And you can see the annual challenge here. At the minute, I've got no tank discount because I've not finished the season yet, but these will fill out with the emblems for each of the seasons as you go along in this year. And who did it better? You can see here's my statistics with Petty 360, 118 battles so far in the season, 67% win rate, etc. And who shall we go? You know what? We've got to do it, right? The Randy Duck. How's Randy been doing in this season? He's also... this is why we're a match made in heaven. He's also got a 67% win rate. Look at this. We're perfect match, me and Randy. Love you, bro. So, yeah. You can compare it with your friends, you can pick people, and you can see how you've been doing and how your friends have been doing with this here. And you can go view the full stats as well. And here is where stuff like your social media posting thing is about ability to do. And when there's new seasons, you'll be able to click and go down and see how you've been doing in the other season. Compare and contrast how you've been doing, pretty much. And as you can see here as well, if I click challenges, we now have here the anniversary Big 10 monthly challenge, which is the active challenge that's going off at the minute. As you can see, you get the Largo M38 for 10 million points because it is a big community challenge. It's not just you earn points, it's the community at large. 10 million points for the Largo M38. The Celebrations War Chest, which is 55 million points, which is a chest like the ones that you buy for gold, which for free, take it. I wouldn't ever recommend buying the, I think it's 500 gold for these chests. I wouldn't recommend spending that gold on it unless you really want to. And the T-34-88, which, like I say, I will have gameplay for just after this. And you get the collectible emblem at 85 million points as well for the 10-year anniversary. So what do we have to do for this challenge? Well, collaborate with the community and get shared earned points. Deal 1,250 or more damage in any number of battles. Earn additional points by 2 points for each enemy destroyed and 1 point for each battle you survive in. So naturally, you get more points for dealing the damage. And if you then additionally kill someone and then survive, you'll get more points. So this looks like you'll get a good amount of points. If you have those big kill games, say you end up with 5 kills, you get 10 points, which is kind of handy. So you'll be able to earn a lot of points very, very quickly in each game. And obviously, the better you do, the more points you're going to earn. You can help towards this total. And hopefully the community at large will get this done pretty quickly. And we can all get our free T-34-88 and have a fun time. Because the tank is still a fun tank. And you can see there is no real restrictions to it. You can just play it in multiplayer only in all eras, mode, tiers, whatever, in World War II, Cold War. And as you can see, the Celebrations monthly challenges will be along the bottom here. And I assume that once you get more monthly challenges unlocked, you'll be able to click through and have a look at them again. But obviously it doesn't really matter because at that point you've finished them. But yeah, that's the website. This is what you get. You get all of this where you can have a look at the seasons. This is my current season's further stats that I can have a look at. And again, you get the compare with friends bit that you can do. There's plenty to do on the website that you can have a look at. But yeah, that's Celebrations. It's the brand new year-long earn-up, which you'll be able to get 2 possible tanks at the end of it. And currently, with the monthly earn-up challenge that's going off, you'll be able to earn the M38 Lager, which is a Tier 3 Swedish medium tank, or light tank, one of the two. And you will be able to get the T-34-88. So without further ado, I'm going to send you over to some replays where you can go have a good look at the T-34-88 yourself and see how it handles and see if you'll enjoy it. So as always, everybody, I will see you in the replays. So here we are in the replays with the Soviet Tier 6 Premium Medium Tank, the T-34-88. It is a T-34, but with the German short 88mm gun, which is still the old school 88mm gun that a fair few of the German tanks had. And you might be going, what do you mean the old school gun? Well, a lot of the German 88mm short guns, or short 88mm, English is hard, short 88mm guns, basically got buffed. They got buffed a lot, and they ended up getting better pen. I think it was like 145 on the standard, 194 on the premium. Whereas the T-34-88, sadly, still has 132 penetration on its standard AP and 171 APCR pen, which is definitely the drawback for the tank. That is the thing that holds this tank back, because other than that, for a Tier 6 medium tank, this is a very good medium tank. It's got pretty decent mobility at 54 kilometers an hour. You got 220 pen, which is not 220 pen, sorry, 220 damage, which is nice. You got decent camo, not the best, but not the worst. You've got absolutely fantastic rate of fire. Your DPM is very, very good, and you can absolutely shred tanks up very, very quickly. It does have a 2.3 second aim time, which can be a little bit long, so you just have to make sure that this gun is aimed in. As well as that, you do have 0.38 base accuracy, which can be a little bit derpy at times, and it's something you do have to bear with, because sometimes it will just decide it wants to miss, and you do have to be careful of that. But other than that, yeah, it's basically the penetration that lets you down most of the time, especially when you get in matchups like this first replay. So you're going to have to realise that you're going to need a fair few premium rounds, especially in Tier 8 games. Unless you're shooting at something like an STA2 Black, which has no armour, realistically. So what do I run in terms of a crew on the old T-34-88? Well, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Trap Mechanic, Situational Awareness, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Run and Gun, and Camouflage Expertise. Camo expertise to make the camo on this tank as good as possible without having to use any of the other perks. The 3 gun perks, because like I say, this gun is derpy. So I really want to help the gun out if I can with those gun perks, so I can actually try and make sure I'm hitting my shots, which, as you've just seen, doesn't happen all the time. And then, in terms of equipment, I run the Advanced Loader, the Vents, and the Optics. Vents to make everything about the tank as good as possible, generally just to help out, make the DPM even better, make the view range better, make the gun handling that little bit better, you know, all of that generally. The Optics to be able to spot for myself, and the Loader to make this fantastic DPM even better, because I mean, as you're seeing, without the food boost, the reload on this tank, oh, there's the ugly accuracy again. The reload on this tank without the food boost is 4.5 seconds for 220. It's absolutely filthy. The DPM is absolutely lovely, and like I say, you can just shred tanks so quickly before they even realise what's happening. You could quite easily on the T-34-88 drop the vents for something like a camo net, just to make it so that you can get way better camo, stuff like that. There's plenty of ways to set up a tank. It's completely down to you and how you feel comfortable playing it. So in this first replay, this is probably the more average game that you can have in the tank, and especially in what is really not very good matchmaking. We get a nice shot into the side of the Charlemagne. We try and go for another shot into the side of the Charlemagne, and it misses again. Did I say this gun is derpy and likes to miss? Yes, that is what this tank does. Trust me, it loves it. If it can miss, it will, and it can be a little bit frustrating in that regard. So right here, we're facing a Charlemagne. He's got people behind him, so I can't pen a Charlemagne from the front with a 171 pen. I just can't. There's no chance. Unless I hit the cupola, and even then, it's a slim chance. So what I'm doing is keeping him tracked. I'm like, you know what, people? Feed me the tracking assist. I can't pen this guy. I may as well pin him in place so that you can shoot him from behind. And that's what we do. And finished with the epic victory. We came top of the team with 2 kills, 2.1k damage, 1,071 assistance. That was a first class with 1,709 base XP. And that's realistically because most of the damage we did in that game was actually to tier 8s, which is quite nice. But that was basically one of the more average games that you'll have in that tank, where you, like I say, you'll see the gun decide, no, I'm not hitting that. Sorry, mate. I'm just gonna miss that because I hate you, and that's what it does. And then as well as that, you'll have the penetration problems, which, yeah, it's just come standard with this short 88mm gun, unfortunately, for the T-34-88. I mean, the reason they didn't buff the short 88 on the T-34-88 back when they changed the short 88 on the other tier 6s and 7s that have that as a stock gun is because this tank was overperforming massively. And it's not surprising, this tank is very, very good because that DPM is absolutely insane, and it does shred a lot of the tanks at the tier very, very easily. So they didn't want to buff the penetration up naturally because they thought, well, it's overperforming already, we don't want to give it any love. So yeah, that is the way it is. But in this day and age, I really do hope that they will decide to buff the penetration of it and buff it up to the standards of the other short 88s, because it is a real massive letdown for this tank in quite a few situations, and it can be just a bit painful. But like I say, saying that though, the tank is still a lot of fun. It's still a solid tank to play, and you can still have a very, very good time with it as long as the gun behaves itself. And that's what you're going to see from the next 2 replays. So we're on Himmelsdorf, which is not the best map in the universe for the T-34-88. I believe we're also bottom tier, which again is not great for the T-34-88, especially on this map. And we've pushed quite aggressively down, and we are in a tier game, there's an STG. We've pushed down the 1-2 very, very aggressively to spot up for our TDs, because there was nothing being spotted down here. We have a lot of TDs down at H2, and a medium tank and a heavy tank, so I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to push forward, see if I can spot the stuff, and therefore I might get a little bit of spotting, and I can try and get these guys to move up, which hasn't really happened yet, but we did end up getting nearly 1,000 spotting on those TDs, which is great. I see those 2 heavy tanks at B3 and think, I don't want to chance that. If I'm honest, I don't want to put around that corner because that's going to be a bad time. So we decided to pull back and see if we can get any shots along the banana road, because they pushed down this banana road. We don't get spotted when fire this KV2, so you can see I'm aiming at the turret with my standard rounds. With 132 pen, I can go through that KV2, but I've just got to hit the cheeks either side of the gun mandler, and therefore it will pen. We managed to get shot through the T-43 up on top of the hill, but unfortunately the second shell ricocheted. That shell ricochets off the side of the turret, the general, and at this distance is only a very orange pen. But we do actually get the kill there on that tier 8 tank, which is nice. We get spotted though, and at that moment I go, okay, nope, not doing that. We switch to premium rounds because we see the Black Prince and stuff like that at the far end. And once again, against the Black Prince, I'm probably not going to pen it. The KV2's just shut down my Basotto friend, which is not a good time for him. And I'm just watching to see if I can keep getting some shots up, because I don't want to push down this road yet, because naturally, a Black Prince is going to have fun with me, and I'm not going to enjoy it. And the 53 TP as well can kill me in one shot, which is something that we don't go for. We are trying to get the thinnest of shots at this Jagdpanzer, and unfortunately that one misses. We're just trying that pixel shot. You never know, you might be able to slot it under the train. Can we find it? Yes, we can! Threading the needle. Let's go, T-34-88. An exceptionally derpy gun that loves to miss so many shots. You've already seen that plenty of times in this replay and the previous one. But yeah, hit shots like that. RNG, everybody, am I right? Yeah, that's RNG for you in a nutshell. The Black Prince crosses the open, and so does the STG. We get a nice shot into the back end of the STG. We do have to be careful of that guy because he can kill us in one shot. We go for the lower plate shot on the Black Prince. And of course it derps to the right and only does track damage. We're going to poke out and see if this STG is looking at us. He is! Oh my lord! That was risky. And we just bounced the KB2's AP round as well. We are very lucky. We are very lucky. RNG! It giveth and it taketh. So we just got tracked only by the STG. We were very lucky. That was a stupid peek. And the KB2 was looking at us, and he managed to ricochet his AP shell off our side of a turret as well. Oh my lord, that could have been that could have been a very bad time. So we get lucky, but you take the rough with the smooth. We're up to 2.6k damage with nearly 1,000 assistance, and I'm going to try and get into a position to look for a shot at this Patriot, well, the unskinned Patriot, T-34-88, through these windows, which we've managed to get one, we've managed to get two in before he's realised to look at us, and now I think he's going to probably start paying attention. We're going to see if we can get a shot at the UDES, but we can't quite do it. I look to see if I can get a shot at this Patriot again, or the T-34-88, but thankfully he misses, and at this point I'm like, you know what? I can't pen a T-34-88, can I? From the front with 171 pen? Yeah, I've really got to hit the lower plate, and even then it's a bit of a struggle because of angles. And he managed to get a shot into our back end, but obviously he couldn't kill us in one shot, so I wasn't too bothered. And we finished the game with a really nice total in a tier 8 game, bottom tier on Himmelsdorf. We finished 3 kills, 3.1k damage, the Ace Tanker, the Confederate, 2,058 base XP. A really nice game there for the T-34-88 in what was not a very nice matchup on a map where it's not going to be very nice either. And you just saw it. The T-34-88 is very capable. It's because of that DPM, because of how fast you can shred. I mean, we managed to get 2 nice shots into that T-34-88 before we realised, oh, goodness me, there's a tank on my right. I better deal with that. And if you can use the DPM to your advantage, you are going to have a very, very good time with this T-34-88. But once again, even in that game, you saw how much the gun can derp. And realistically, that is, like I said, that is the true drawback of the tank, is the fact that the penetration isn't quite good enough, and then add to the fact that this gun is also pretty derpy with that base 0.38 accuracy, as well as the 2.3 second aim time. It just means that you do miss a lot of shots, and then when you really need, because of the low penetration, when you really need to hit that weak spot to pen, the gun still says no, and yeah, it can be truly annoying. So just bear in mind that this gun is quite bad, and you really have to help it out as much as you can with your crew and with your equipment, which is one of the reasons why I think I prefer vents over the camo net, because I can help the gun out, and it will make it slightly more accurate, make the aim time slightly better, and it makes the DPM even better as well, which is great. As well as getting that view range up, because obviously you do have a base view range in this tank of 360, which is decent for a tier 6 medium. And that means you can get it up to above 445 quite easily with situational awareness, optics, etc. as well. If the aim time of the gun really does annoy you, though, you could quite easily run a GLD instead of the vents so that you can get the aim time down towards 2 seconds, but I probably wouldn't recommend that. I still think I'd recommend running vents or the camo net. It's just completely down to you. Again, there's no right or wrong way to set up a tank. It's always how you're comfortable in your playstyle with said tank. So this third and final replay, we are in a tier 7 game, so we're not top tier. We are on this map, which is Karelia, and we've pushed very aggressively onto the hill on this map. And I do like taking the hill here. It is dangerous, because if you do get spotted, it's quite easy for people where this Tiger 217 is to shred you very easily. Your hit points go kaboom, and there's not much chance for you to get away except for hiding behind rocks. And also, if you lose the bottom end, it can be quite a sticky situation as well, which is not too good for you. But if you get in a situation where a light tank is spotting for you across the middle, like he was, and he's spotting that Tiger 217, that Tiger 217 had no chance, and we managed to shred all of his hit points. So now I'm being very aggressive, because we've got 2 or 3 heavy tanks and a TD holding up these heavy tanks here. And I decided, you know what? The light tank's been very aggressive. He's in a very aggressive spot, and he's not found anything. So we're going to push up aggressively, see if we can get anything that's in the base hiding away, and then we're going to see if we can push up behind these heavy tanks and try and help my guys win that HJK line. And now we've pushed up towards the base. We've found the Griller, which pops a shot at us, and we get very lucky that he misses. We get a nice shot into him. We also got a shot into that AMX as well, and I can poke up and kill this Griller without getting shot at by the AMX, but the AMX is coming for us. We get very lucky that he ricochets off our upper plate. We track him in place, go for the next shot into his drive wheel. It doesn't happen, but we're doing our best to get away from this turretless TD. Unfortunately, he does get a shot into our back end, but we're just trying to keep ourselves out traversing him, and with the help of the light tank, we get rid of that AMX AC-46. It's always the best thing to do is to track a turretless TD, especially if it's charging at you, and that way you can get round it. We made the wrong decision though, realistically, because we shot its outside drive wheel, which is good, because that tracked it and swiveled it the other way, but then we drove towards where we tracked it, which meant that he got a free shot off, which was silly, but it is what it is. But now we're where we want to be, which is we are behind the heavy tanks on the HJK line, which means we can get a few shots at them without retaliation. We can stay unspotted. We've got a shot or two into the back of this VK. We tracked it in place, and we get rid of the VK 3001H. Now we've got a shot into the back end of the Caro. We get a nice shot into him. There's a 7 Vente M41 that is being charged down by our light tank, but he's also trying to run away. We get a shot into his back end, which tracks him and actually breaks his engine as well, and he gets shut down. And yeah, there's 2 tanks left in the enemy team. There's the Caro and the IS. So what we're going to do is we're going to push up behind the IS and the Caro again. We're going to try and take it as wide as we can here so we can get some free shots at them without, again, getting spotted, because I don't want to get spotted by either of these guys, especially the IS, because he can one-shot me at this point. And we try and get the shot in to finish that IS, and it doesn't go in. The Caro is actually behind these rocks here, but once again, if I take this as wide as possible on this ledge, I should be able to actually get a shot at this Caro. So we're just trying to see if we can navigate that angle. There he is. He ends up driving out as well, which helps us a ton. We have some lovely side shots into this Caro P-88, which is glorious. It's like, hello, Mr. Caro. Let me fire my APCR at you. We track him in place, get some assistance for that. Hopefully we get the kill. Oh, we don't quite get the shot off, but we finished the game with a fantastic total for the T-34-88. Finished the game with the victory. 4 kills, 4.3k damage, 516 assistance. The ace tank of the high caliber, with the 2,300 base XP. A glorious game there for the T-34-88, showing what it can do when it gets going. And yeah, the T-34-88, it's a great tank. You'll be able to earn it for free through the monthly challenge that is set from the brand new celebrations, year-long earn-up that is going off. And there'll be monthly challenges every month that are probably fairly similar. Who knows what they'll be like. So, as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!